Morning guys, Mon here. I usually would be making a video about how great this build is, but sadly I do have to make a slightly different video because it is bugged. And the bug seems to be with the enchant, and I will show what exactly is the problem with in a second. So when we are getting hit, we can use our spell and we get repeats, and we actually get a lot of repeats here. These repeats come from the Ascendancy node, Measured Retaliation, which gives a 50% chance for use retaliation skills on remained usable to remain usable and not consume a cooldown. So when we use a skill with the 50% chance to use it again, and this can like chain all the way to like infinity, more or less. You can just chain a lot of these as long as you like have the condition up of having blocked in the past few seconds. So this 50% chance is the exact same wording as the 20% chance from the Anoint. Like it's worded exactly the same, just with 50% and 20%. So it should either roll additively, or both should roll independently, and then like the higher result should be taken. But when we now take the Unforgiveness, or no Forgiveness node, we don't get our repeats anymore. Like here we get, like, this is very interesting. Very, very bad moment here. Because when we get repeats, it seems to like roll the 50% after the 20%. Yeah, we'll have to do a few here because we actually had a very lucky streak in the early. We've been sitting here for quite a while and doing these Dame Fist Slams. Because it should be 70% now if they are additive, and they definitely are not additive because this is not 70%. We get a double slam here every now and then. Like usually we had it about every like 5 hits or something. So usually like it pretty much hits the 20% from the Anoint fairly reliably. Just had a very lucky streak in the early here. But you can see like if it was 70%, we would get a lot more repeats here. And then if we get a repeat, we actually oftentimes do get 2 or 3 repeats, which seems to be the case because it's like from my understanding, I don't know how it's coded, I have no idea. Just how it feels is like when the 20% actually rolls true, so that when I do get my repeat, that then the 50% rolls. Like it's very, very, very weird, like how it feels. I just don't know. But that's how it feels to me. It's very, very weird. But as you can see very, very clearly that we are not at 70% repeats. And this pretty much is what I wanted to show. And this is very weird because when we like take off the anointment here, we are getting repeats every, like, we get so many repeats. Like this is with 50% repeats. And this was very lucky as well. Like you don't usually get so long repeats, but it instantly shows the difference between with Anoint and without Anoint, and that was pretty much what I want to show. So without making it like a giga-long video here, this is what I want to show, and this needs to be fixed like ASAP. This breaks the entire idea of like this skill. Like, because 50% is pretty okayish, but can still feel very bad. But with the 20% from the Anoint, it would be at 70% and would actually like make chaining this fairly possible and make it for a like very enjoyable, great experience. I have pushed the skill to tier 16s and stuff. But this anointment combined with the measured retaliation just seems to disable measured retaliation until the 20% from the anoint is triggered. Like this is how it feels. I don't know the coding behind it, but this is how it feels. So please GGG fix it. Like we can't do that. I just wasted like 100 chaos in oils to anoint this, and it's just dead. It's so bad. I'm sorry, but it needs to be fixed like as soon as possible. So thanks for watching, and please get it fixed.